Hi, I'm Dark Shades, and today's video is about how to love yourself. Now, loving yourself is not easy if you don't know how to do it. So I'm going to try to explain the best way to love yourself. It's not as simple as just looking in the mirror and saying, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, like some people or these motivational people tell you to do. Because they reckon that by saying I love myself every day in the morning, it's supposed to go deep into your self-conscious, and then it's supposed to change your behavior. But what I've discovered in knowing how to love myself is that first you've got to be self-aware. You've got to know what's important to you, what you don't like, and what you do like. Once you know those things, and that's just by being aware of how you react. When you react in a certain way to something, just jot it down and make a note of it. Don't judge yourself, don't be critical. Just make a note of how you feel about a certain thing. Don't question it and don't try to analyze it. That's the first thing. Once you know what you like, what you don't like, what you react to and what you respond to, whether it's positive or negatively, that's the first start of knowing how to love yourself, because then you don't want people to violate what you don't like, and you want people to embrace and nurture what you do like. And in order to do that, you set boundaries. You make a stand on how you expect to be treated. You don't make excuses for people's bad behavior or people's behavior towards you. And you demand respect and consideration. You also show respect and consideration. This is a two-way thing. Okay, and you make safe choices. By making safe choices, we all sometimes have to make a decision, whether it's to get a house, whether it's to get a job, whether it's to what type of job you want to get, whether it's meeting somebody, having a relationship. But you need to make safe choices for yourself. And the way you do that is not by acting on emotion or impulse, because your mind is thwarted and you're not able to think rationally at that time. A lot of times that's how relationships happen on the rebound, because you're going through the emotions. And sometimes you end relationships through emotion because you're not thinking straight. So first thing, don't act on impulse. Second thing, what is your choice or your decision meant to achieve, and will it achieve it? So before you make the choice or the decision, work yourself backwards and ask yourself, why am I making this decision? And will what I'm going to do enable me to do that? And then also you have to ask yourself, is this choice or decision the only way? Or are there alternatives? And if so, what are the alternatives? And do they work in your favour? And lastly, the way to love yourself is to pamper yourself. Eat well, eat healthily. Sometimes you can have your little odd indiscretion. Rest, because rest, believe it or not, it is good for you, and it allows all your neurons and all those bits and pieces inside of you to be rejuvenated. Rest and exercise. And if you can't afford to join a gym and have a sauna and a steam, have a nice hot bath. Get some Epsom salts. They're really quite cheap. You get a big 25k bag and it'll last you for months. Might cost you about 8 to 11 quid, but that is going to last you months. And it gives you the same effect. It cleans the body, it relaxes the bones, and it rejuvenates you. And yeah, so to me, that's the way I love myself, and I think you'll find it's a good way to love yourself. So try it, and that's all I've got to say for today.